It's unrealistic to believe that you're gonna approach every single girl you see, and a guy who tells you that he's approaching every single girl he sees is probably lying, bro. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, like before I go on a date or before I go out, like I always leave the lights open. My place is super neat, like super clean, because I expect to win. Awesome, so welcome on the call. Glad to have you here, guys. So yeah, don't be shy with the questions, guys. Billy, I'm sure you have a ton of questions. You're talking in the group, etc. In every situation, whether it's a social situation or a business situation, you want to create some consumer surplus. What we mean by that is you want to create a situation where you're exceeding her expectations, basically. And same thing with your clients. You want to create a situation where ideally, yeah, you're selling a product for XYZ price, but they're getting 10 times the value over time. So I wouldn't sell anything that I wouldn't believe like in the long run they would get like 10 times, 20 times, 30 times the value of what I'd be selling. Dating and sales, it's very similar. It's the same thing, You're going to have to follow up with people. You're going to have to communicate your value properly. So Trevor says, I have a question on international approach when there's a chance to ask. Yeah, Trevor, we're here for that, man. What you're asking me here is, when you're in a foreign country and people usually don't speak English, what would be the opener, the best approach? So if you know a few words from that country, so if you know a bit of Spanish, a bit of Portuguese, a bit of Russian, whatever, no matter what country you're in, it's better to leverage that and show them that at least you're trying to make an effort to speak their local language. And usually the girls are going to appreciate the fact that you're actually trying to speak their language, and they're gonna find it cute. They're gonna find your accent fun, and yeah, it's a good icebreaker. But yeah, you can go. Otherwise, if you don't know what to say, just go with, "Hey, do you speak English?" A lot of times, I've approached Russian girls here, and they don't even speak English. So what I have to do is I have to pull up Google Translate and actually do the approach through Google Translate. Like, hey, I know this is random, but I just saw you. I just put that on my phone and I translate that in Russian, and they see that, and then they're like, oh, okay, thank you, blah blah, and then they write themselves it's like an exchange between us, but through our phone, through Google Translate. So it could be that. It's not ideal, but yeah, it happens. But it's a great question, Trevor, and yeah, you should leverage the local language if you can. Yeah, you're not alone, man. Many times I go out and there's a beautiful girl that I just cross, and yeah, for some reason, the moment flies by too quick and then it's over. Like, it's unrealistic to believe that you're gonna approach every single girl you see, and a guy who tells you that he's approaching every single girl he sees is probably lying, bro. Like, it happens to miss out on some girls, but try to for every girl that you don't approach, try to compensate with a girl that you actually approach next time. So that's what I try to tell myself. Like, if I miss out on one approach, then I say, okay, shit, this girl, I could have approached her, but I just didn't. Let's do the next one, and this time, like, I have to compensate for the fact that I didn't approach that last one. Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Like, before I go on a date or before I go out, like, I always leave the lights open. I put, like, as you said, like a diffuser. My place is super neat, like super clean, because I expect to win. A lot of guys don't even expect to win. Like, they go out of their place with their place super messy because they know already they're not going to bring anyone. But myself, I know if I go out, like, I have a very high chance to bring someone. So I'm already expecting to win. So my lights are open, everything is ready because I know I'm going to bring someone in my head. And you have to also play to win like that. Even before a date, I always leave the lights open because I know I'm going to pull her in a few hours. Yeah, that's super important. And what Chris says about, how sexual confidence transfers on to attraction, it's true. Have you noticed this, where after you fuck a girl, if you go out and you meet other girls, you feel like the other girls are already attracted to you almost. Like you kind of emanate this aura of a guy who fucks, kind of. I've had this many times where I fuck a girl, and then just after fucking her, I go to a nightclub, and then like I crush it there because I've already fulfilled my need. I don't care. I'm abundant. And when you're talking to girls, it flows so easily because you're not You're not in your head. You don't care. You know, you don't need anything from them anymore. Your needs are already met, and they can pick up on that vibe. You know, you're the most attractive to girls after you fucked a girl. Most of the time. Sometimes, like I bring a lot of girls to some of my parties, and I make out or fuck a girl in my bedroom or some bathroom, and then when I come back to the party with the other girls, the dynamic shifts even better. Like, you know, the girls are even more attracted, like everything is so much more on, and yeah, I can feel it, you know. So yeah, that's a huge thing. So when you're sexually confident, it's gonna show when you speak to girls, and when you're sexually active as well, they can pick up on that. And a lot of people are asking us this question, like if they didn't take a lot of photos in a while, then can they upload older photos from years ago or stuff like that? You could, if your face didn't change that much, and if you look pretty much the same, and if the photos are high quality. Now, if you upload a photo of you when you're 30 and now you're 55 or 60, your face is going to change. Your hair are going to change. Everything is going to change. So you don't want to be a catfish. That's the only thing. So if you look pretty similar to now and you look great in the photo and the quality is great, then by all means, yeah, you know. But if you look different, your body's different, your face is different, it's been more than 3 years ago or 5 years ago, then it might be a bit too much. I think, I mean, you're not going to change too much in 3 or 5 years, but even, you know, it's better to have like photos that are not too old. 99% of my pictures, it's from iPhone. This was from a camera. It was my sister's camera, but this one is from iPhone. Yeah, this one is iPhone. Like, it's mainly like the background, the setup, how you dress and everything, the pose. Like, it's not, this one also iPhone, it's not like DSLR. All of those actually, there's only this one that's like a camera from my friend, and this one. All the rest, they're all iPhone. So you don't need like a photo shoot and an expensive photographer at all. But it helps. And if you are busy and you want to get shit done very fast, then it ensures that you get it done fast. Because a lot of you guys are going to take months to do it if you don't take a photographer and schedule like a proper session for a whole afternoon. I know it's very superficial. I know all of that game is superficial. Like, oh, having a good Instagram, taking nice pictures. It's all vanity stuff. It's all bullshit. In the grand scheme of things, it's all bullshit, right? It's just like social media. All social media is bullshit. But you want to play the game, right? You want to win. So sometimes you got to play to win. And if you want to play that game of like having a good online presence, connecting with people and stuff like that, then do it properly. Play the game properly. If you're going to play that game, it's better to have no online presence at all. So either you have no online presence at all and you're not on Instagram, you don't have anything, or if you have something, at least play the game right and have like a refined presence, like a good shopping window.
If you're watching this video, you're probably a successful guy, but you're still not dating the woman that you know you deserve. Nowadays, the dating market is more competitive than ever. And if you just rely on luck, you'll be outpaced by all the guys who are actually having a system. A system allows you to get to your goals without having to second guess yourself or just trying to rely on outdated methods. With my method, you'll be able to get dates on autopilot without having to rely on luck. So if you're tired of constantly swiping on dating apps, second guessing yourself all the time, and having women flaking on you and rejecting you, then this is for you. My name is Limo Oueslati, and for the past 7 years, I've been traveling the world, dating some of the most beautiful women while helping hundreds of men to completely transform their dating life. This is also my client Dan. After 6 weeks of working with me, he finally got an amazing girlfriend who truly loves him and supports him. Before that, he was having dry spell after dry spell, trying to attract women on dating apps without getting anything out of it. He was trying to get the perfect pictures, the perfect bio, etc., but nothing truly worked until I showed him this unique method. If you want to get more dates starting today, then click the button below and it'll take you to a free training that will show you exactly how to get there.